Hello guys, this is ZanTV back with another StarCraft 2 cast. This time we have Zala in the hot seat. He's going to be the red Protoss down at the bottom right. And up top here we have Aesrath spawning as a blue Terran, top left. And this is Entombed Valley. I just want to say a couple of... Wait, you don't have your rally point. There we go. Got back to work.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about that. It was a bit of a misclick.
Free pay. Not doing anything. Alright.
Shame.
Just want to talk about this map for a little bit. This Entombed Valley, this is a Season 5 ladder map, and I actually quite like this map just for the fact that when I play Protoss on it, I usually fast expand because this natural ramp is quite easy to wall off with a forge, and you just stick a photon cannon down in between the main ramp and your natural ramp and you have a pretty good wall off.
I would also say I'm not doing that this time because, well, I'm trying to finish this game quickly, and well, I've just decided to go straight for the wall up at the gas geyser. So I put my pylon just in front of it, and hopefully my gateway should fall just on the outside of this geyser, so it creates a nice wall between my nexus and my geyser to provide a little bit more protection for my probes.
Yep, that's a really good thing to do. Protoss players should keep an eye out for this, because against the Zerg this is extremely useful, because I mean the Zerglings can sneak in wherever you don't want them to be, so sticking a couple buildings in the way to prevent their progress into your mineral line is usually a really good thing to do. And also on this map is the very easily accessible third. The only issue is these destructible rocks, which more than once have caught me out because I haven't destroyed them quick enough, and
you've had to run all the way around to the other entrance.
That can give your opponent easy access to your expo.
Alright, so it seems like I'm just doing a simple 4-gate build in this, and the Terran opponent has done a 2 racks, so I'm thinking we'll see some fast aggression out of him.
Yeah, I think he's going to do a 2 racks aggression fast expand. That would be the build he's going for. He's getting relatively late gas, because I would usually get gas after your first racks to get the add-on if you're going for, say, early stim or marauder concussive shell, but he seems to be opting to go for double racks before gas. So yeah, I think he might be going for some sort of fast expand.
And if we look at the probe count right now, it's I'm actually slightly ahead with 2 more probes to his 16, and on the supply he's 1 ahead because of his marines, which he's just created.
Yep. This is usually because of the orbital command, you know. So he's actually a bit supply blocked right now. That's not very good. Is he even building a supply depot?
No, he's not. Ooh.
This guy's quite heavily supply blocked right now. There we go. He's just got a supply depot down. Decided maybe it's a good idea to get a supply depot down.
Oh, and he's put a second one down as well. Now, this is an alright idea, but I would definitely not recommend doing this early game.
Supply building when you're supply blocked isn't the best way to clear supply. You shouldn't panic when you're supply blocked. Don't shove down like 10 pylons, because usually you want to be using those pylons for something else. And
always remember, if the worst comes to the worst and you have enough energy in your command center, you can always call down extra supplies.
Yep, but that's usually
it's a last ditch. It's a last ditch maneuver.
You're instead of dropping a mule, you're calling down extra supply, and a mule is 470 minerals lost every time you use a scan or a supply drop. So you might want to think twice before you shove down a supply drop.
Again, the supply is very similar here, and the Terran is just now starting his research for stim pack.
This is actually relatively late stim by my standards. I usually go for stim first, seeing as that MMM build is just so much more powerful with correct use of stim.
I mean, he's got a reactor up, so he's churning out quite a few marines at a time, but again, he will soon run out of minerals, I would imagine, unless he takes a quick second, which may happen.
Yeah, I think he's starting to lean over the end of having slightly too much minerals, and he's throwing down a barracks, but no, he's throwing down a engineering bay. So he's probably going to go for a slightly fast 1-1 push. That's what I would think would be coming from him.
Now I would say that my scout here is a little bit late, but this is alright at this stage of the game because it's not a Zerg and we don't have to worry about anything as like 6 pool. And this is my first finding of him, but he hasn't yet found me at all.
Yeah, I don't think he's actually scouted at all. That's not that great. You want to be at least knowledgeable to where your opponent is on the map. You don't want to have to send your army out and, you know, kind of waddle around the map looking for your enemy. You know.
Oh, and if anybody was wondering why I was shooting that zealot in my base, that's because I trapped it stupidly between 2 pylons with its rally point.
Yep, that can happen when you've got gateways out, and you can mess up your building placement a little bit, but it happens. And yeah, I've rage quit a couple times due to that. I'm just keen to see when this expo is going down for Aesrath. He's actually getting a factory, so I'm probably thinking he's going to go for some sort of Banshee tech. Banshee tech would be the usual harass route for Terran, so you get some cloaked Banshees in your enemy's mineral line and you try and disrupt mining.
Alright, well that's him just throwing down his command center. Now, I've just decided that even though I'm not behind, I've decided I'm going to throw down Dark Shrine.
Dark Shrine, that's an interesting choice, because one base DTs are usually far more effective early game, but most people forget that DTs aren't completely useless late
One base
game.
DTs?
Oh, okay. Yep, so DT, it's not really a fast expand, it's more of just a DT expand, but yeah. So what I was saying earlier was DTs in late game, many people count them out for late game, which is actually not that good idea, because I mean, if a mobile army, say if this Terran army didn't have detection, which Terrans usually don't have mobile detection until they have a Raven, those DTs can go unchecked for a lot longer than the Terran would usually feel comfortable with. So he would lose his army far quicker than he thought, and then he would be wondering where his army went, and then he would notice 3 DTs hacking away at his Marines.
Okay, well we've seen that's just Banshee Cloak now being researched for the Terran and a Banshee being produced, so we should see some harassment from him soon. He has a tech lab on that factory for some strange reason, and I would imagine we'd be seeing some siege tanks out of that. But a siege tank Banshee build, it's alright, but
that seems a bit
overkill, I would say.
I don't know, I haven't really seen, I've seen players like Select using lots of Banshees mixed in with a couple sieges, but I don't think I've ever seen a pure siege tank Banshee. That would be something new.
Like, I would be more expecting maybe some Vikings, maybe a reactor Viking play with the tanks, so he can siege up his tanks, move the Vikings in, and get some good vision up ahead, and just smash away at my army with them.
Yep, that would be Vikings siege. Oh, I do see actually 3 DTs out now. This is what I'm talking about now. So these DTs aren't really being used to harass, though I think I would have liked to see maybe a DT just trying to poke into his base, but he does have a missile turret placed here. I think he might have actually Gosu game sensed that one, maybe just thought a DT might try and sneak in, but
wow, that's a lot of missile turrets he's building. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6?
Yeah, I think he was thinking that Colossi play might be there, but maybe again, if he was... Sorry?
Maybe even some air build.
Yeah, maybe he was
Phoenix
thinking
Harass or something.
Some voids.
And right, this is me. I've now got 4 DTs up. See, I thought this was a good number, as it's easy to morph them into 2 Archons if they start being less effective.
Yeah, as soon as you see your enemy has say mobile detection, if you see he's got a Raven at the back of his army that you can't snipe off easily, it's probably a good idea to morph those DTs into Archons if it's a mass bio ball. Otherwise, if they don't have mobile detection, you will rip his army to shreds if he doesn't notice that.
Okay, and now this is my army. We have now moved up to secure the Zelnaga Watchtower, which, as you will have noticed, I have held for this whole game, which gives me a huge advantage over him, as I can see the army coming.
He's actually pushing out straight towards your proxy pylon. This
Oh,
proxy
dear.
is a slightly... I would argue that it's not in the best place. There's bushes to the just below his natural that I think would be a better place for Now here we go. Here we go. This is what I'm talking about. That he has no detection whatsoever.
And those DTs are just ripping his army to shreds. Also,
Exactly.
notice the abuse of the terrain here. These trees are sheltering my forces from most of his
See,
units.
that forces a scan. Actually has a terribly timed scan on his part. I mean, his army just got wiped, and he had what, 1 Marauder left when he scanned. That was actually a waste of a scan. He could have used that for a mule, but
I've just morphed
the stage in the game, you're
2
so
more
far
DTs,
ahead.
some more zealots, and yes, siege tank and siege mode is on the way, but I believe it's going to be too little, too late at this point.
Yeah, I don't see him making a comeback from this. I mean, he needs to lift this orbital command off right now and get it away.
Oh, but he's got some 2 Banshees attacking my Twilight Council for some reason, which is an interesting choice.
Attempt at harassment over here, but I would have said you either go for the workers or you send the Banshees back to defend, because right now it's a hopeless cause trying to take down
I would
all of his
have maybe
buildings.
I would have liked to have seen him attack different buildings, maybe my pylons or my DT shrine, but
Yeah, Zala, you've got a couple zealots here sleeping on the job. You want to get them back to work.
oh yeah, you know, notice they try to go back and then they get sucked in again. Oh, here we go, and they're back again.
Yeah, they seem very keen on, you know,
Not
I don't
doing
know,
anything.
Maybe they like trees. They're just chilling under the bush.
See, the only problem with this is this Banshee, as I have no mobile detection, is ripping my army to shreds.
Yep. Well, he's just about to run out of energy, so we should see him.
Yeah,
And I think you. Oh, that's not good. See
I've
that
one
right
stalker.
there. That losing your command center to sniping DTs. That's not
that's
the best way to go. But
It's game.
Yeah.
I won.
well, that was an interesting game. We saw it wasn't fast Banshees, but it was a attempt to Banshee harass mid game, and Zala here going for a DT expand. If you can call it. It wasn't early, but it wasn't late either. So it was a good expand timing. So yeah, Zan TV bringing you another cast. This is our second cast, and as usual, comment, rate, subscribe.
Yeah, guys, feel free to post in the comments below what else you'd like to see from us, any games you all like and would like to see. So yeah, see you later.